Hey everyone, my name is Robbie Kerr. I'm a technology solutions consultant here at RJ Young.
And I'm TJ Howell, Enterprise Account Executive for Verkada. We're happy to be here today talking to you about the Command Platform and our great partnership with RJ Young. Yeah, so the Command Center Platform, obviously, the Verkada Command Platform is the single pane of glass to be able to view all your devices across all your sites. So you can see all the devices listed up top, everything from cameras to access controls, environmental sensors, alarms, guest management, and of course our new mailroom as well. So we'll talk about how to view those, so you can obviously view all your devices, and certainly if you want to view those individually by site, you can do that. I'm a little more visual, Robbie, so I like to look at it on a map. So we're going to click this map button down here at the bottom. We're integrated with Google Maps as well, so we can very easily see all of our sites, all of our devices across the entire world. So as we drill down, we're going to look at the San Mateo headquarters here for Verkada. Looks like we've got 50 devices. All those icons that you see are green, which means they're recording as they should. They are operating properly. If they were not, they would be yellow, and then we could actually click a little help desk right there. We're able to fix 95% of those issues remotely, and you will actually send you a proactive notification if a device goes offline.
Okay.
If it's something we can't fix remotely, we'll overnight you a new device within 48 hours.
Awesome.
Yep. One of the great benefits is you are able to upload floor plans for each of your sites. So when you think of all of the all the sites you have across your organization, you can upload floor plans for each of those. On those floor plans, you not only have cameras icons listed, but you also have your environmental sensors. So you'll notice a few of those that are pulsating. That's motion in those particular areas.
Okay.
So again, if it's a floor plan after hours and you want to get a quick idea of, hey, is somebody there or not, you can pull that thing up, and if you see any pulsating, you'll know that somebody's on site.
Okay.
We can very quickly and easily navigate into those views. So for instance, this is the front entrance of the Verkada headquarters in San Mateo, California. See the front door there, it's 11:12 local time Pacific. So some of the great benefits of, obviously you're seeing the live view up top. As we mentioned below, you're getting those thumbnail clips that are being uploaded to the web. You can drill down on those clips in 24-hour chunks all the way down to 20-second chunks. Some of the great benefits of it are, let's say, hey, we want to see who any motion in this area where somebody may have stolen a bicycle.
Right.
So we have this entire view, but now we just want to focus on this one area, and so it shows us from most recent to least recent any motion events in that area, and we can even further drill down and say, hey, just show us people in that particular view where we've got that highlighted. So we can very quickly and easily see that. We can click into any of these views. We have the ability to not only pause that view, but also add in up to 3 different camera views for context. So say we want to look at 3 different views simultaneously, or 4 different views simultaneously, we're able to do that as well. And then again, if it is a scenario where somebody is, stealing something, a bike in this case, we do have the ability to archive those views very quickly and easily. So we can set that up by date and by time. We can drop in a few notes there. We can add tags, share within our organization, and then create an archive. If we then need to share that footage, we can scroll on here, find the event that we archived. Obviously, if we push play there, we'll notice that that timestamp in the upper left-hand corner is added there. But we can also download this clip very quickly and easily, or we can share this clip with someone inside or outside of our organization.
Okay.
So we can do this for the archive video only, or you can do video and download as well. And again, we can provision your access to whoever you send it to for different time links, whether that be an hour, a day, a week, etc. And then furthermore, if we're trying to find specifically somebody, right? So let's say we found that person, this gentleman right here, like he was our bike thief, right? And so we're looking for him specifically. We've got some great people analytics. So if we didn't know that he was crossing right there at 11:14 a.m. Pacific time, but we were looking for him, and let's say, hey, we didn't see who it was, but we saw it was somebody with a red shirt on. So we can very quickly and easily jump into every view of anyone with a red upper body garment that's been in this camera view, again, from most recent to least recent.
Wow.
So we can also very quickly and easily upload photos. So if you know who it was, or if you have some idea, you can upload a photo of that person. We can also get some facial analytics from that. So that's going to create, again, a profile that we can mark that person as a person of interest. So we'll see not only every time they're in this camera view, but we can very quickly and easily see all camera views, and it's going to show us a history of that person across all of our different devices, across all of our different sites. And so if we wanted to create that as a person of interest, well, there's our guy. Again, we could create that profile, mark that person as a bike thief or whatever we wanted to call that person,
Yeah.
and then click this box and mark them as a person of interest. And we can actually create a notification anytime that person shows up in frame moving forward to receive a text message or an email alert.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Some of the other cool features, not only is it the people analytics, but it's also vehicle analytics. So when you think of, hey, we want to find, we were able to find a person specifically, but we also want to find the vehicle maybe that they tried to escape in. So we're looking for, let's say, that gentleman was driving a white car. So very easily we can click on vehicles. We want to search for all of our white cars. So again, very quickly and easy, we're able to identify all of the white vehicles from most recent to least recent that have popped up in this view. We can click on the thumbnail view. It's going to pull up the clip here. Again, we're able to add a context camera for different contexts. So if we want to try to get a better look at the license plate, we can add a couple different views there as well. And then we're able to search for that in some different areas to where we can identify that car.
Man, that's awesome. So it picks up cars, you can read license plates, and then you can also see events where people are showing up on camera.
Yeah.
Where would you go within Command to be able to find those events?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we have a really easy find events tab. So just like you mentioned, right, if we're looking for some of those persons of interest notifications or even different types of events, we can very quickly and easily search that in the events tab. So again, everything from motion events to tampering to persons of interest, camera status, etc. But then also you mentioned the license plate piece. If we want to search for a specific license plate, we do have the ability to search. Let's just say that we saw one with a 3, 1, and a 0 on it, and we want to search for that specific license plate. Again, we can quickly identify the vehicle that we're looking for. Again, it's going to show us some stats about that particular vehicle. So it shows up, looks like 138 times in the last 30 days.
Okay.
In this particular camera view. Again, we've marked that as a license plate of interest. So we now can set up a proactive text message or an email notification anytime that vehicle shows up in any of our frames across the organization.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this really saves time on going back and digging through footage to try and find something. You can find the exact event.
Absolutely, yeah. So the whole idea of Command is we want to save you. We want to make it easy for you to find, right? So and make it as user friendly as possible for your folks that are working in your organization.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So some of the other benefits of Command. So obviously you see some of the great benefits of the cameras and the capabilities of what they have to do. Our access control is another great benefit of our customers. So you think of, hey, when we talk about Command, the benefit of Verkada is the ability to operate within the ecosystem and have all these things work together, natively.
Right.
So our access control is the exact same thing. So when you think of access control, you've got a lot of different users. You can see a lot of different types of events right here. So you can see the user, the way they were able to unlock the door, what credentials they use, hours, etc. But you can also see the exact events of when those occurred. So you can quickly and easily dive into those and see when that event happened. With it being paired with the camera, it gives you that visual verification of what the event was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the other really cool benefits of the access control, get out of this, is the ability to remote unlock. So when you think of, hey, I've got, maybe I'm not at my desk and I need to let somebody in, but I've got Command on my phone, so I can very easily from my phone hit a remote unlock button and it's going to unlock this door. Now this particular door has an automatic opening feature, And so from Nashville, Tennessee, we're opening a door in San Mateo, California.
Wow.
And very quickly and easily, you'll see TJ Howe just web unlocked the door just then. So very quickly and easily, we can do some pretty cool things with our access controls. Now, another great thing to keep in mind is these are all Bluetooth enabled. So you don't have to use the card, the badges or the key fobs. If you have a cell phone and you have Verkada card access readers, you can actually use your Bluetooth enabled cell phone to open doors, gates, anything that you have access control for.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So anyone that is within the system, they have access to be able to open those doors?
Yep. You can set up your users by groups of users or individual users. So if you want to say, hey, everybody that's in this, production area needs this access during these hours.
Yeah.
You can actually set that up very quickly and easily with just a couple clicks of a button. So you don't have to worry about going through individually and saying, hey, one by one, this person needs access to this door, and this door. I can provision access for a whole group of users at the same time.
Wow.
And when you integrate it with your Active Directory, you don't actually have to worry about, if God forbid they were to leave the company for whatever reason, getting back a key fob or going in and manually removing their access. If you remove them from that Active Directory, it's going to remove them from the command platform.
Wow, that makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And so you're able to do that for any access user from a remote location, so you don't have to be on site to change any of this.
That's correct. So the other one of the other benefits of, again, the Verkada ecosystem is our ability to operate with our environmental sensors. So a lot of our manufacturing and even a lot of our education customers find a lot of great use cases for our environmental sensors, right? So we're monitoring 9 different things. So when you think of these sensors, right, there's a lot of great use cases in schools specifically for vape detection. That seems to be the most popular use case for us. Is obviously you can't put a camera in a bathroom,
right?
But you can put an environmental sensor in a bathroom, and it's going to detect any time somebody's vaping where they shouldn't be. So that's certainly a pretty significant use case for a lot of our customers. But moreover, a lot of our manufacturing customers see value in these devices in monitoring production areas, right? Making sure that the air quality is as it should be, making sure noise levels are not reaching out of control, making sure just a kind of a way to reinforce wearing your PPE in certain areas, right? So you want to make sure you've got that. And then obviously in really any environment where you've got lots of servers or sensitive equipment, you want to make sure the temperature, the humidity, noise, air quality, all those things are in check. And certainly you have the ability to do that. And you're able to set, very quickly and easily the different ranges for those. And then if they operate outside of those ranges, you can set up alerts for yourself. And then you can see, obviously, the really nice part is anytime you see any of those alerts, you're getting that corresponding footage that goes along with it. So you're able to get a kind of an eye on the situation and see what's causing that to happen.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And you can quickly and easily change, again, the camera view. So if you have a specific area that say, hey, we had a view on this camera, but we maybe want to add in another camera, we'll get a different view on it, you can quickly and easily do that with a couple clicks.
Okay. So with it having sensors for the environment that they're in, how does that tie into alarms that are able to be used as well?
Yeah, great question. So obviously you're able to set up a lot of great notifications for yourself personally with both your cameras and your environmental sensors. But if you would like to have a little bit of support, Verkada does offer a 24-hour monitoring service with our alarm software.
Okay.
So with that, you're able to, again, get a little bit of support when those things are happening. So again, you can get those notifications yourself and you can monitor them yourself, but you can also have a 24-hour monitoring service to do that for you. So when you think of, hey, the specific type of alarm event that happened, we're gonna give you that event in real time. So again, we're giving a real-time recollection of what's happening. Again, the alarm's being paired with the cameras. You're able to see that video verification of what's happening. So in this event, the alarm was raised. The video verification was clearly a threat. The monitoring folks notified the contact, which in this case was Gary Lee, by text message and by email address. So he was able to get that clip immediately sent to him as soon as that alert happened. And again, the emergency folks were called and dispatched. and the alarm was resolved. So again, that's just an example of the monitoring piece of it. Obviously, we're also able to add in things like alarm consoles, sensors, wireless sensors, locks, panic buttons, things of that nature that you can also integrate with your alarms and set up those alerts for you as well.
Oh, wow. So when you get notified from the alarm, is it just the administrator that is notified, or can you set for it to go to multiple people?
Yeah, that's a great question. So you just click the settings button right here. You can click your alarm triggers, or your alarm responses. And this can be set for, again, normal security or max security. So for normal security, you can create that list of users that, hey, we want to contact these folks in order before we contact the authorities.
Okay.
And so you can set that up for normal security, or if you say, hey, you know what, this is a max security situation, there shouldn't be any motion or events in this area. If there happens to be anything, go ahead and call the authorities and send them out. So the video verification and the alarms response is a great way to, again, prevent those false alarms from being sent to the police, wasting resources, both from a public perspective, but also from a company perspective.
Yeah.
And then again, you ask how do you set up your contact list? Again, very quickly and easily, you can just search your users and again add them into a text message or an email notification.
Man, that's great.
Yeah. And then the last couple things we'll talk about, and again they all tie in together. Our Verkada guest management platform, great way to welcome new folks into your organization. Also your vendors, your contractors, anybody that's not normally working out of your building. Gives them a great way to check in and make sure that they have all the stuff they need to get where they're going. But then also it gives you an ability to make sure that folks are where they've been. So you can quickly and easily see, hey, pick a date. I can see everybody that's checked in. So it looks like on this day we had 7 visitors. So your receptionist can look and see, hey, it looks like Amar came to see Rahul, and there's Amar's picture. He was able to sign in on the tablet, and he was able to also download a health questionnaire, right? So if you have any sort of other documentation that you need, safety, questionnaire or like non-disclosures,
yeah,
you can upload those. They can fill those out on the iPad, or we do have the ability to send those out in an invitation, and they can sign in remotely. So you'll notice Rahul is checking in on the iPad. Obviously, he's going to get a picture taken. We can print out a badge as well, and then obviously it's going to give us an accounting of where Rahul, or Amar went throughout the facility. So,
okay.
And then lastly, it allows him to either check out on the iPad or via text message on his mobile device.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And it lets Rahul know that when he's checking in, it would send a text message and an email alert to Rahul letting him know his guest has arrived and he's able to see him.
Are you able to distinguish where he's allowed access within a building?
Yeah, so you can send in that invite if you have Verkada access control.
Yeah.
You're able to send an access control link to that mobile device, so they can access again the front door, the garage, maybe a conference room ahead of time, so they don't actually have to wait on their specific host. If you want to go ahead and give them that access, you can do that with a single text message in an invite.
Okay.
So very quickly and easily done through that invites tab right there. And then the last thing we'll talk about is Verkada Mailroom. So again, when you think of the Verkada platform and the ecosystem that we're creating, this was a big problem for a lot of companies, and we happen to address it. So we've got tracking from our great postal carriers at UPS and FedEx and the United Postal Service.
Yeah.
But the problem is, once it reaches the building, where does it go?
Right.
So we wanted to be able to create a closed loop system for our customers to be able to address that. So in this scenario, we've got, again, Verkada Mailroom. You have a breakdown of everybody that is waiting on packages to be picked up. So these are packages that have been scanned in at the mailroom area. But again, with the Verkada cameras, you're able to see exactly when that package was scanned in and then when it was picked up. So if we click on the picked up section here, this will show all the packages that have been picked up, and again the individuals that were picking them up. So once a package is received, the label is scanned with the mailroom app. A notification is then sent to that specific user, and then that notification will be in the form of an email, a text message, or a Slack notification. Once that individual picks up that package, then they would close out or show that package is being picked up, and then that would close out the ticket. So you can make sure that the package is being delivered to the person that it was meant to be delivered to the
Yeah.
entire time, and there is no miscommunication with that reception.
Man, that's awesome. And so these tie in, the mailroom ties in with the camera system as well.
That's right. So you're able to see again quickly and easily all of the views as they occur with the mailroom. So
That's awesome.
that in a nutshell is the Command platform, and we're really excited about partnering with RJ Young and working with all your great customers to help them get their environments very similar to the Verkada Command.
Awesome. Well, TJ, thank you so much for taking the time to come out and show us this demo. We thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions on it, please reach out to us.